You still have that map, Scott, you,
Yes,
I see that.
I don't have it
Oh,
here.
you don't have it, okay.
It's out in the car. I can get it later. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get some copies made so I can,
Okay.
I'll get some copies. That's why I brought it back today. I need to get it.
Yeah, no big deal, I just want to kind of look, see what, get a visual aspect.
Okay.
How is everybody? Thank you.
Good morning.
Are you gonna,
So far, so good.
hey,
It's early.
we will be out of town on the 30th. We're gonna run to Minnesota. So we will not be delayed.
You don't run to Minnesota.
Well,
I want a picture of this.
yeah, she can drive behind while I run.
Oh, I'm just ready for the wedding to get here.
Got all planes done.
I think so. She's one of these that keeps going, oh, that's cute, Mom, we should do that. I'm like, I think you're done. So,
Just stop, just stop.
did you ever talk about the route at Boyd? I had a note and I misplaced a bunch of my stuff, so I still have that note.
I don't know if he ever found it out what the law is.
This is your certificate and then
Okay.
get email to the conference. box,
Yeah.
So we got as close as we can.
No, yeah, that's true, right across the road.
Lawn use, request for money for lighting,
Yeah, he told me about that, was December.
again, a note I misplaced, that's on me. And we did have a resolution for the hospital special sales tax special.
Okay.
And this is just information on some side coverage.
Okay, and did you want to add into the,
Yeah.
what do you want on?
You told me,
Yeah, I'll do that.
yeah,
Okay.
and asked,
Is Tim coming in this morning?
I'm sorry?
Tim Morse?
Yeah.
I saw that. All right.
Not sure what it's for, but Mary's gonna come down at 9:45. We're adding ourselves to the agenda. Talk health insurance and unemployment.
Morning.
Very
She's a smile, isn't that Scott?
Oh,
Little boy, little girl.
Hughes.
Oh, that's
you've already been up to home.
Yes.
So
I'll be my cake
I
there.
got a big cake out for you here.
We'll go in
I was supposed to order fire escape, but I got out of that.
Probably get work tomorrow.
Want to see my babies?
What?
Probably get work tomorrow.
Babies.
No, I have grandkids actually. Because I should have sent
Vicky
them.
has meetings today and tomorrow already.
But I think she got all.
Yeah, she got enough people and enough cakes and salads already, from what I understood, that's what Vicky says. Today will be the big one.
Yeah, that's right. I can make some okay sweaters with her.
Yeah,
I got kids now.
understand.
I don't know if I'm gonna go. But yeah.
But school will start pretty soon.
Okay.
Surprise, surprise.
Twins?
This is my grandson and my granddaughter. This is Scotty, Joe, and Miles D.
Oh,
They were born August 4th.
August 4th.
My mom and dad's 62nd wedding anniversary.
Oh, well, that was cool.
Yeah. Long bus. I'm an idiot. We did have a payroll. I had just misplaced my file.
Okay, well, I thought, oh, I get so mixed
So I
up.
thought, no, I just signed them. No, you're right.
I get mixed up between payroll and payroll all at the same
So
time.
I still have 15 million.
Yeah, see, that's just it.
Old habits are hard to break.
Yeah, it's one thing.
Okay, got straight line.
Morning, morning, morning.
Just like Kay Kelly.
Or Kathleen.
Okay.
I give you what I have now, but
Okay.
it's like 25 years, hundreds of thousands of, it's got some sort
Or Todd.
Yeah, I know. It,
Are you?
you know, maybe it can just be a rough idea, you know, even when you're on a 75 highway. I mean,
Yeah. Well, he's
just maybe,
working on it, he's been doing it all day, so.
okay, just number of stops, that would be great. Good, how are you guys?
Here's our presenter when we're ready.
Not quite.
Not quite.
No problem. We'll get started here in just a little bit.
Did you have any hot dogs and stuff left the other night?
We ran out of buns. Yeah, we had some leftovers.
There really wasn't that many, don't think, was there?
I didn't think so, but I know you go around, you find a big mob, you know, here and there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of
Well,
spread out.
I mean hot dogs and stuff left over, brats and stuff left over. I don't think there was that many left over.
Well, they had some that were still in the cooler or something.
Yeah.
That they
I
cooked,
just wondered if you knew how many people went through.
Oh, lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
We know 500 buns anyway, and then I think apparently we didn't have as many buns as we had dogs and rods.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of people.
we went and got some more, and then it was pretty much over with, so,
Yeah, I thought you had a good crowd.
yeah. I think there were people from all over.
Same much as some razor blades for this.
I think it's about an inch. Twice. I haven't through that many else. Trying to move from one thing to elections, I'm trying to balance that now. They're changing a bunch of deadlines. That doesn't have to do with applications right in first.
We got many calls on the papers.
We got one more down here.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
See, I hadn't got mine yet until Wednesday.
A handful of you have come up to me and asked on that one. But it's just been asked you. You just,
I see people ask me about the library.
that's gonna be, I assume that's gonna be a problem, schedules. And then I'm gonna be here meetings and more.
But it takes in all those counties, so.
That's where their headquarters is, right? So that's where their meeting is going to be.
I did have one lady from doing it. No, it's not. What?
Yeah, to me, that is, so, you know, the taxing entity is headquartered out of Lawrence, that's where the meeting's going to be.
I think doing it.
I said, they take that and average that out, so it's not just.
She tried to tell me her neighbors were going to be, I said, are they in the city limits? She said, yes.
That would be good, yeah.
Yeah, the library.
All right, 9 o'clock, call the meeting to order for pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Tim, you guys want to come on up? Got you on the agenda first.
I don't know, what do you want to say?
That's great. Yeah, stand right up here.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll pass this around so you guys.
Okay,
Look,
thank you.
This is the plaque, the award that I'm gonna present to the Jackson County Sheriff's Office today.
That's cool.
It's a Community Traffic Safety Award. And a lot of people, when they say Sheriff's Department award, they think enforcement. And there is a lot of enforcement in this award. But it's also, the reason we put community traffic safety is because when they fill out the application, to see where they fall in on the status, there's 4 different levels. There's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Of course, you guys seen that this is a platinum, this is the highest one we give out. But it's based on everything that they do in their community. What are they doing with other agencies? What are they doing with other departments? Not law enforcement, but other entities that they work with in their community. And that's really what the Department of Transportation is looking for. What are the needs that the community needs, and are they addressing them? And some of the stuff that we ask for in that application, somebody in their department has to do a lot of work and report back to us and say, this is what we did, and they keep a running total over the years so that we can see what they're doing. But really what it's for is they can spot trends. If there's a trend in child's use, car seats not being used. If there's a downtrend in DUIs, that type of stuff. So they can see the trends that are happening and know where they're doing really good at, or know where, hey, we need to improve here a little bit. Maybe we ought to set up a partnership with somebody to make that go down. And that's really what these guys shine at. And that's what I wanted to make sure we got the agenda, on your agenda, to give this award to today. Because enforcement is a big part, but it's not everything. I don't want people to think it's just one, that's all it's focused on. Now, with enforcement, across the board, we don't give a whole lot of platinums out across the state of Kansas, but in the enforcement side, these guys do a phenomenal job. And I don't want to compare counties to counties or agencies to agencies, but I personally enjoy listening to KNZA and hearing what they have done over the weekend. Surely you guys have enjoyed that too. It's nice to know that, hey, this got done, this got taken care of, this person got arrested. They needed that. And the Jackson County Sheriff's Office does that for you guys. And so that's the meaning of this award. Captain or Sheriff or John, do you guys want to add anything to that?
No, we're just very thankful that you considered us, and we have a great team of people out there working night and day and keeping our county safe. So I appreciate all our personnel.
And I like what you said there, these guys are not only enforcement, they're out in the community all the time, interact. I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, our school districts just really appreciate the work that they do, because they're talking to them, having communication with them, and trying to partner with them on how they can keep our kids safe too. I appreciate that.
Yep. Yeah, you guys are right on. And the National Night Out thing you guys just did Monday, Tuesday last week. I was trying to get over to it, but where I live, it was our county fair time. So, but it was nice. Another event that they do for their community.
A lot of folks came out to support us, and we really appreciate that as well.
Yep, very well attended, I thought. So,
Do we need a-
congratulations.
I'm fine, yeah,
Then we
but
do
we'll
this.
hand it out like let's do one like this. And then let's kind of get a little closer together, guys. Here we go.
While we dance here, you guys give us a
There,
second.
that looks good, guys. Okay, here we go. I'll take a little lunch. Perfect. Anybody else need to take one? Or just text me.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Tim,
Appreciate it.
can I get his name?
Yes and no.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys, appreciate it.
Yeah.
More stuff. There you go.
All right. How you all doing?
Good.
we got for us?
First, got a list of the right of ways that I signed off on. Just bringing them forward before we done. I don't know if you guys want anything more than that or.
I think this is good for me. I mean, this is what we kind of were looking for, that you have the authority to sign off on these, because you're the one who's got the expert opinion on it, so.
What's this list?
What's that?
What is it?
So a list of right-of-ways, like new culverts, that we agreed to,
They were signing off on it, but we
Yeah.
bring them up here.
new culverts,
Oh, okay.
bright speed, cable, and all that stuff, so.
You're just telling them when to already do it.
Yes. Yeah, we just took the one extra step out of it, so the road and bridge can actually approve it rather than have to come up here and approve it.
Last week, I kind of ran into something, where we talked a little bit about 158, the bridges, three bridges down there in 182. Got to checking into it, got with Brady at PG Consultant. He showed me how to go in and check our, what's on our inventory list for bridges, and same with the Bureau of Indian Affairs. And he's showing on here that we have 2, possibly 3 bridges on the reservation, which is wrong. And
Low or high?
it's low.
Yeah.
Scott, I want to interrupt you for just a minute. Christie forgot to remind me of something, I just remembered. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as written, unless, Christie, did you want something added onto there?
I need me and Mary on for 9:45.
Okay, we had Christie and Mary on at 9:45. So I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda with the addition at 9:45.
Second.
It's probably moved and seconded to approve the agenda as written with the addition. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Perfect, thank you. I want to get housekeeping cleaned up.
That's all right. So anyway, got with Brady at PG, and according to what's on the state inventory list, we've got like 2, and he said possibly 3, there's one on the order. He said the tribe showing 40 bridges that there's on their inventory list. Went back and looked at these here, and 2 of them that are on the 158 we talked about the other day, and the one on 182 is on nobody's inventory list. So I contacted or reached out to Donna Schmidt, KDOT, to see where we need to go to determine how or who is responsible for all these bridges out there. I know we're probably missing a bunch. When we went around and checked, reporters where that we said we maintain, we counted 9 bridges, and the state's only showing 2, maybe 3. So I think we may have a big difference.
All right, did you want to see that?
Nah. If we could, let's make copies of that.
Okay. I did run across, though, on a resolution, back in 2004, the bridge on 158 and H4, which is the one bridge out there that has the road surface problems. According to resolutions, the tribe built it, the tribe is responsible for that bridge. There was another one done at the same time.
They're responsible for the maintenance.
Maintenance.
Still our bridge,
Yes,
just responsible for
they
maintenance.
spelled it out right in this resolution, and they signed off on it.
Okay. Can
The
we
tribe
get a copy
signed
of
off on
that?
Yes, you can, yes. And there's another bridge that did at the same time, there's number 255. It says on K Road, but in it describes that we are responsible for maintenance of it, even though the state had it done.
So they took one, we took one.
Yes. Send out or just couple weeks ago, Peyton was coming back from Soldier, picked up one of the recycling trailers, apparently didn't get it hooked on the ball, it popped up, the chains did keep the trailer attached, but it caused a little damage to the bumper. It's not the brand new truck, but it's still a new truck. Our deductible is $2,500, the estimate came in at $2,584. If there was no damage to the safety members underneath, then it's like $4,000. But Ron said that they don't know until they tear into it. My own opinion is not to spend the $2,500 on the deductible, just leave it as it is. It's not,
Have you had Bryson look at it?
have not.
But I would have Bryson have one of his guys crawl underneath it and just make sure it needs anything replaced, let them do it, but as long as it's structurally sound, that would be my thought.
And again, just, you know, the trailer got sideways and bent the bumper just a little bit.
Is it a receiver hitch or is it a bumper hitch?
It's a bumper hitch.
Okay.
Well, a receiver.
Okay, receiver hitch, yeah.
Yeah, but it damaged the bumper.
So it just damaged the bumper a little bit.
Yeah.
I would recommend same as Keith, have a crawl underneath there. If you see anything broken, fine. If you see anything bent, fine, let's get it fixed. But other than that, I don't think we need to worry about it personally.
I just said save $2,500 myself, so.
I would go ahead and, you know, just be a good safety meeting lesson to talk to them about that and, you know, just tell them, make sure everything's set up right.
Yeah, we definitely say that in that chat.
Yeah, well, I think for everybody it'd be a good thing for your
I'll
safety
add
meeting.
that on the safety.
Yeah,
Okay, roads last week, talked about, cancel those, want to talk about closing.
no, I did not get a chance to look at it.
I looked at the document.
I did run into Q4 down there, we talked about coming off 150, 142, how it's closed on one end, open on the other, and I suggested we close it. I had a lady call me on Thursday, they're looking at buying a piece of property there on that road, and just want to know what it costs to get it up to the par. So we may just want to put a dead end sign up there instead of closed.
Yeah, it sounds,
Yeah.
sounds like that might be the better route to go.
So on that one, we're going to do that if that's okay, or
I think that is.
resolution. Just to say dead end.
Okay. So is the road open?
It's a minimum maintenance road, you can only go halfway through it.
So you're closing it off at the intersection? Closing the intersection?
Right. 150 would say dead end.
Yeah, and you're just closing it, you're not vacating, you're not doing anything else. I think we just.
But we're not closing it either. I mean, we're just gonna put a
Dead end.
dead end sign up,
Oh.
which you have the authority to do so.
Yeah, I don't-
Yeah,
All right, so we'll do that on that.
yeah, if we were gonna close it, then we would have
Yeah,
to.
definitely a resolution on that.
But none of these we wanna vacate.
Q4 off of south of 150. At my last weed meeting, directors, we got to talking about, because everybody's in budget crisis. So anyway, we talked about storage fees and handling fees. That we can do.
That's okay, Christie.
Sure.
Yeah.
So on the resource page on the web director's site, they have this on there that you go and fill out and actually charge for storage fees and handling fees. So basically, you know, I sent this off to Scott Marsh, which is the head of KDOT, or the weed directors association there. Basically, this is how much more money we could get back each year, using these numbers, by having a handling fee and a storage fee. Right now, the county pays set at 25%. By doing this, it's take it down to about 14% for the county pays. If you guys want to do that.
So that would just add on to the cost of chemicals.
It add on what the customer pays.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, not for us.
Okay.
Like I said, just more income coming back to us or to the county.
Do a lot of counties do that?
A few of them do. Shawnee County does. I believe Brown County does. I'm not sure Pop does or not. So, something to think about.
Okay.
When do you want action on that?
I would say I wouldn't do anything like this till the first of the year. Just leave it like this for now.
Yeah.
And, for the first year, because I know chemical prices are gonna go up too, next year.
Okay.
Again, Giant Communication, they had one of their sales reps come out, I think I told you guys about that, and got those ends put on the cable for us, nice and quick. Talked to him about the situation over here, called that Jeremy Dallas again, left messages twice for him last week.
This is about moving it out of here.
Yeah, and he has not called me back, does not answer. So I thought maybe just run by the office over here after this and see
Yeah.
if he's there or who I can talk to, get going.
Because it's getting down to the point now where
It's
either you get it
almost-
moved, or we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna move it for you. We're not gonna
Yeah,
like it, we'll move it for you.
We're real close to being that's holding us up.
I mean, what's your opinion on that, Todd? We've talked to them for 3 months now.
It's the right way, is that right?
Yes.
Not private easement, right away. And you communicated with them and.
She's got
Plans, so
email
you gotta
records and
move it.
everything, she communicated with them.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, at a certain point, it becomes a safety issue. You can't have it there and have it happen, so.
Because didn't you think once somebody been out there and marked?
Oh, they did. They
That's
come
what I
out.
thought.
And the contractor came out and I think dug the trenches.
Okay.
It's just, I think, getting in there to actually pull the lines and all that.
Because they gotta move line wires that to that trench
Yes.
and have it done.
Yes.
I'm sure it's getting to the point that if they don't move them, we're gonna move them for them.
Yeah, the trenches are probably filled in now with all the rain back. The trenches have been open for a week and a half probably.
That's usually what happens.
Jennifer and I have been working on the UniFirst deal, the uniforms, because all the stuff we had with them on credits and charges and things that we weren't getting, services we weren't receiving, and so we're going back and forth with that and trying to get a final number for that. The pants issue was like $2,200 for those 20 pairs of pants. For Bryson and Wes. Gary, doesn't have any pants, so I guess my question is, do we buy him pants since all the other two are gonna get pants? Or how are we gonna handle that?
I thought we talked about giving them a stipend, didn't we? Rather than us.
Yeah, I think we think it's up to decide for finalized.
Yeah, I'm not in favor of purchasing anything. We can give them a stipend annually, like other companies, other
Yeah.
places do, and they can choose to purchase.
Which Bryson and Wes will not get the stipend for
Correct.
this year for the pants, so,
Yeah. Very good.
yeah. So you need to kind of figure out what the
Yeah.
cost of the pants would be.
Well, we're not gonna get that far, so.
No,
I
So
was
it should
thinking
be
somewhere in the
considered.
neighborhood of $750 annually,
I would think that would be a fair thing.
for whatever he needs clothing wise to work that department.
And so then next year that will be triple that for the other two.
Correct. but that will be well below what we're spending
Oh,
on
yeah.
uniforms.
Yes. Yeah.
So we need something, I believe some action, probably.
I would entertain a motion to approve, I would entertain a motion for action to approve a stipend for
Shop.
for the shop for $750
Each.
not yet, well, each, but excluding Bryson and Wes this year.
Yeah, I don't know that that needs to be, he knows if that's
Yeah.
time-wise, he'll only dole that out to them when it's appropriate. So the motion, I move that we approve, I move that we give $750 per shop employee on an annual basis for clothing safety.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to give $750 to each shop employee for clothing when appropriate annually. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed, same sign, motion carried. Okay.
We did get a little movement out there on our fuel system. The other day, the guy came out and got the box hooked up, the cables that ran hooked up. Then we got to the point to where we need permissions from IP Pathways for them to put software on, so they didn't get it done that day. The training was not done that day like they talked about. IP Pathways got on the ball and got the approvals done, and now we're kind of back to on the telemedic people. The one guy that came out and did the installation, gave Jen a thumb drive, and said, all I get is plug this in the computer, it's ready to go. Didn't work. She's been on the phone with them back and forth, and the guy she's talking to on their end is saying, well, you gotta put these numbers in. So right now, it's just kind of still up in the air. So supposed to have a Zoom meeting set up with them sometime this week. So hopefully get through that issue there.
Okay.
But it does sound like for this system, there's 4 people involved. There's us, Naughty Pine, Telematic, and who does installations, Idel, what's their name? There's 4 different, 4 people.
Entities, yeah.
That's in fuel systems. Got a list from Matt today on the tubes that they put in last week and the washing of them. I got the tubes entered into the computer of what we replaced and not the washing, so it's all right. I'll just wait till next week and get it updated with everything in it. This week, we got a tube, a 5-foot tube put in at 270 between J4 and K. The ditching, we're going to be down on 106 around H area. And ditching. We had our electric motor went out on the air compressor there in the shop. The Tim Morse electric motors. Bryson's not around for one of those, so we replace that. The Mack truck that we had set down the other day. We had fuel mixing in with oil. We're looking at possibly 8 injectors that's going to be replaced in it. And it's about $860 an injector without labor. So we're going to work with the bill there.
Just
That's our rebuild. The other place.
and no rhyme or reason why, I mean, they were new injectors, I assume, what, 2 years ago?
Supposed to be, yes.
If they were new injectors, I wouldn't think they'd be bad yet after 2 years.
Well, Bryson also mentioned, I don't know if I'll talk about it yet, but he's going to check into it. The Detroit truck, I gave him the serial number and everything off the motor. It said that motor was a 2006 motor. So, when we got it for this company, it was supposed to be new motors were rebuilt, and Bryce is going to check.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay.
kind of pretty sure I'm talking about that.
Yeah, yeah,
So we'll dig up more information
okay,
and get back on that.
okay.
So that's all I got.
One thing that we need to talk about is, did you ever find anything out about the FAS route going into Hoyt for the chip and seal? About how far we were supposed to go, or
Whether it goes
cut
up
off
to the
city
city
limits?
limit lines or whether it goes all the way to 110.
Yeah, I probably talked.
No, we never got any answer on whether we had to carry on to 110 or whether we
We
stopped.
did, carry on 110, because, got with, White down there, Becky had talked to she's on the board down there, and said, I guess it was agreement one time that we went to 110, that we'd stop at, Buckner Road, I think it is, instead of going all the way down, or we're supposed to be coming from the north. So.
Written agreement or a handshake agreement?
Handshake, I'm sure. So again, we did go up to 110 this year, and stopped at that Buckner Road. We didn't go all the way down to where it's ours, so.
We need to see if that is a written agreement, and then get with the state or the feds or whoever and decide if we have to go to on the FSA routes, if we have to go to the next major intersection or not.
Okay.
That would be my opinion of what we need to do.
That way, we
I
just
want
have
it,
it.
I want it black and white.
Yeah, and for future road and bridge employees and commissioners, they'll know exactly where the limits are.
Yeah.
It's always good to finalize those.
Then we also had communication from Alyssa Griffin. She lives at 174 and C. And she's requesting that a stop sign be put up at 178th and B. She was in a bad accident at 178th and B. B Road has no stop sign.
What's the crossroad?
178th and B,
So 178, there is no,
there is no stop sign on B. I don't know if there's a stop sign on 178th or if it's just straight through. I don't know, so that's something you need to probably look at. Said, called Red Bridge last year and neighbors were called too, so just take a look at that and see if it warrants a stop sign there or how you want to handle that.
yeah, the stop sign's on the other side. and
Yeah.
When she stopped, do we have a police, you might get a police report from
What's the
Tim.
name again, it's,
The accident was at 178th and B is in Boyd.
her name?
Alyssa Griffin.
Oh, Alyssa.
And you want her phone number? I'll let you have a phone number here. You can have this.
Yeah, I know we went in a few years ago, put one for 246 and C, I think it was,
Yeah.
because there was no stop sign.
Yeah, like I say, just take a look at it and see what you think. See if it warrants it. The only other thing I had was T Road between 238th and 116 intersection. It's washing out pretty bad on the road. There's a place where the water can't get off, and there's a place where the ditches do need cleaned out so the water can't get off. So
Is it 138 and
238,
16? 238.
yeah, and the 116 intersection, the junction there. That's all I had.
I did talk to David Ann, he's fine with everything.
Okay, good. I know we went back in the shade
Right,
down a little bit.
yeah, he was walking up his driveway as I was going out the one evening, and I stopped and I said, "And tell me the truth." I said,
Yeah.
he said, "No." He said, "Once you get grass planted and stuff," and he said,
I talked to him too.
Oh, okay.
I saw him this weekend.
Okay.
He said the same thing. He said,
yeah,
he appreciates it. He said there's really a no-win situation.
right.
He said, so he'll make it work, and he wants to be fair with his neighbors, so I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Also, talked to, NRCS office over here about getting their seeder, to go in and see a lot of that grass back in there. And he can also get the seed, and the planter is $200 rental, for 12.5 acres. I don't know where I can do that much. So I think it would be best.
think that'd be the
Just
best
do
thing to
that,
do.
or we just got sling and seed,
How big is that cedar?
10 foot wide.
Is that gonna be too big for what you're doing?
Well, certain areas it is, yeah, but certain areas it's not. Now,
Okay.
somebody's got a small one.
You might check with Kurt and just, I can't remember if he had a
Cedar up there or not.
cedar or not.
We might bring
We
you
got
one.
one, there's just broadcast.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's just small.
You want like a brilliant or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question though,
Okay.
that would probably be me, but you know out there by Jam Biscuits and then you go down the hill,
Hold on, Gene.
well, the one where the big hill is,
Okay.
okay? The big hill is, you go down the hill and you kind of go
On
around.
the curve.
Yeah, so there used to be trees there that would, and I know it's good to take out the trees, but on the right-hand side, do you not think, can you put anything in there to stop somebody from going?
Do guardrails.
Can you do that?
Can, if you guys want it done.
I would just say check with the manual and uniform traffic control devices and make sure that you're following whatever guidelines that.
Because I really think if it's slick or something or whatever, because the trees kind of kept you before,
Right.
and
Well,
you probably meet me go down I know, but it just really goes down.
yeah, it does.
You're talking about something to protect somebody from going
Yes.
down the hill.
It is.
If they,
Have to slide.
Into, because the ditch is just right there, and it's,
I would just double check, if we have guardrails, make sure that it's.
yeah, if that's something that can be done, it would be good.
The other thing on the cedar, you might be, if you check with like Foley Rentals, they have, just basically, they're a brilliant cedar made for a skid steer,
Okay.
and that you can mount on the front of the skid steer, a lot more versatile.
Yeah.
Put your seat in, and then you can go back and forth, get over those hills, get in tight spots. The difference between the Brilliant and what you're gonna rent out there, that's an actual drill, so it's gonna slice, drop the seat in. So it'll be on 7-inch spacing, where Brilliant cedar is gonna drop and be a little bit different. I think you're gonna get a better, if the ground's worked up, lightly disc or worked out.
It's gonna be a lot closer on the roads and, yeah.
It is, I think you'd be better off in a,
Not-
at least it's an
yeah.
option.
Yeah.
I'd rather see you rent a piece of equipment that you can put on your skid steer and utilize, or one of the small tractors and utilize that. Just a thought.
Okay.
And we wouldn't do any of that until
Oh, probably.
1st of September.
Which is the normal thing.
No, I mean, typically grass can be sown between August 15th and September, into September.
It is.
I've got nothing.
Yeah,
158 is okay after we've had these rains.
I haven't been down there either. When I drive down, just take a look, make sure they're not sloppy muddy, and, make sure things are draining well. See what we think.
I did talk to him last week about getting over to 166, which is the highway arm, so they learned about that.
And just helping him develop that rotation so that he understands, where he's supposed to be more often than he is on other roads. And, you might drive, if you're gonna go down in that area, you might drive north to stop for ag repair. I got a report that there was a washout up there. And they said he came past their business twice with the blade up, but he never fixed the washout. So it's,
We're stopping.
okay, so when you get off on 166 and go over to R, you go north about 3/4 of a mile. And then just like, if you see it, why aren't you fixing it when you go past it? And so just reemphasize that those types of things need to be taken care of when they're there. Thanks.
Very good.
Thanks, Scott.
All right, thank you. We'll see you later.
Do you have a photo of that final head wall assembly? You like a final shot of it, photo? I mean, you don't have to, I'm just curious. You sent me some really good ones last week. I was curious to see the final product for
Sure.
myself, or if you have it. If not, I can try myself out.
That's it.
We'll get this back on here.
You have it?
Let me look.
Oh, it's okay. If not, it's not a big deal. When you have those people in those photos, it really shows how big it is, you know?
Each of those tubes were 60-foot long and 48-inch diameters. It is bigger.
It's big.
And what's more impressive about that is the bridge, Scott shared that the bridge takes at least 30 days, up
Yeah.
to 60, and this
Yeah.
took, what, a month? That was it?
Well, after we got them, there was about a week.
Okay.
Got it tore out and put in.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's a lot
It's
better.
cutting the time and it's less
Cutting the cost.
expensive, yeah.
Yeah,
This
those
is
are
the
two
hardest
big
one you've
things.
done in this way.
With
Yep.
what the head wall is.
Yeah.
It's been around a while, it's
Becoming more popular maybe.
just, yeah.
Well, and I think we want to just make sure it's really gonna work right.
Right,
And
right.
so
See how
we're
it
not gonna-
does and
yeah.
then,
I don't have anything.
it's okay, it's
for
not a
our
big deal.
essential.
I just thought if you had something, no worries. What you sent was great.
Okay. No, it's a good week.
See ya.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you.
All right, before you guys get up, we have a resolution 2025-18, which is the 25% or 0.25% countywide retailer sales tax for rural health resources, the hospital in Jackson County. Do you want me to read it, or you guys want to take a look at it?
I'd like to just read
Okay,
it.
do you want me to read it to you? So it's on the record, or? Okay.
I can
It's just, the basic idea is that since the legislature established that special tax, I think it still requires a resolution that you guys are saying, we're gonna impose it according to the statute, everybody gets notice and it goes to the ballot. And this is the format of kind of the question too, for
It'll be the same when we, if the legislature passes our .05.
Yep.
So you didn't do this back in the beginning when you,
well, you had to pass you had to pass statute first. It was
Okay.
effective July probably, so technically, when they published it, so you really weren't authorized before.
So now we have the authority to do that. And then we put to vote this fall. Todd, did you have a chance to read through much of that stuff on the tribe that I sent you?
Not all of it. I got through a couple. It's, I need to have a thorough understanding for a general. Thanks for saying that.
Well, good morning.
Morning. Dick.
You don't look very busy.
How are you?
What are we paying you for?
Reading. Don't ever interrupt the client while they're reading.
I've been toying, asking you permission, they may put something on the wall, making that courtroom, Judge Merrick's courtroom. He's done so much to bring that up, and if you would allow that, I'd be happy to do it.
You mean just a plaque
Yeah.
stating that?
Something on the marble at the top.
I've got no problem with that.
I don't have a problem with
I'll bring it to you first.
that. Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
See you, Dick.
Mary, we're a little early, but you want up?
What?
You want up?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so last week we got our notices on unemployment rate for next year and insurance rates for next year.
One time.
Yeah, all in 1 week, isn't that exciting?
No?
After we did the budget.
Yeah, after the budget was done. So on our unemployment insurance, it's quadruple. So we're looking at an increase of a little over 24,000.
Unemployment percentage. Seen a lot, trying to figure out why that is.
Well, we had 2 or 3.
Yeah, but it's still, you know.
Well, they showed our usage.
Okay.
So based on our usage, they have the right to,
Increase it.
But it's
That's why I say that, you know, I've said this before, that I don't really care what it is, any unemployment claim, the one we said yeah, because we didn't want to mess with it. But any other unemployment claim, we need to get our ducks in a row and fight them, each and every one of them.
Well,
Yeah,
that needs to be
there's-
explained.
If there's a
to
basis.
everybody.
Yeah, if there's a basis to do so. Yeah.
So,
do we have, I mean, with unemployment, do we have any room to negotiate these rates?
No, well, I don't know that that's, no, I've never had, I just had clients who are now talking about that more than they did, so that was my question, in the sense that I've had another municipality say, well, our unemployment went up a huge amount. And I'm kind of thinking, why, I mean, like you, I always thought it was your grading base, right? That would have maybe gone up just like an administrative amount, 3 or 4% every year, inflationary, whatever. And that your own record is dictating what's going on, but the amount here is interestingly large.
that seems like a huge amount for 3 claims. It
And that was what I
three
got
claims,
from my
correct?
other municipality was is that they had an experience.
I think there were 3. I'd have to go back. I
But
know,
we don't know what the sheriff's department does, right? Because sometimes they won't fight it.
right, I had one come through the sheriff's department. I requested the informational determination, and I was told that they weren't interested in fighting it, that that doesn't work, and I wasn't given any details. So.
Is there any benefit to having Todd reach out to somebody from there and just get
On
some?
this, it says that this is binding unless within 15 days after the notice date. The notice date is 7/30. So,
3 days or
Is
something.
that 3 days? And when did you receive that?
last week.
So we charge part of this to the postal service because of that.
Yeah. And really, like, I don't think, I mean, that, if that's not like an overall increase, meaning it was just something they're imposing generally, that can be kind of arcane, so I would think I'd challenge it before the deadline for real.
Right, because here's what they're showing. They're showing our payroll.
I would
rates.
be interested if you guys
No,
are
benefits.
to challenge it and just see what they do.
Well, yeah, I'm curious too, so out of the 3 that you know of, how long were each of them paid? Were they paid the full, what is it now, 6 months?
Probably the one that was most significant was the one that we had a conversation on and agreed about.
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah,
was
I'm sure.
sometime.
I'm sure that was 6 months, but I'm trying to I guess I'm trying to determine, even if that was a full payout on 6 months, it still would not come up anywhere close to that kind of an increase. And the other two, if they were on a 6 month, then they took the full thing, then yeah, possibly so.
What do we pay if you have the number annually in unemployment?
Well, what we were paying was roughly around 8,000, it was what I had budgeted.
8,000 a year?
Yeah. Well, 7,559 is what we have balances.
How much does it go up?
Almost be
It's went up to
to our
31,000.
advantage to be self-insured on that.
That says all government agencies must be at a rate of .01, which is what we were at, that's the base for government entities, what I read in this
Yeah.
letter. And that's what we were at since I've been here, and then this year.
And we're required by state statute to have that.
Yeah, and it looks like they're just calculating based on
Usage.
statutory, well, the uses entered, it says, method being the benefit cost rate for employees is explained in statute.
So it's just like any other insurance, if you make a claim, they're gonna raise your rates for 3 years and, you know, make you pay off what you already paid, even though you're paying the premium for what?
Years
Yeah.
and years.
Yeah.
And then the health insurance, I wasn't surprised because I have been hearing that the news that our ACA plans were going to be increased next year. We got hit with some increases on that. The hardest one is the July 1st one, the largest one. There's a small, what they're saying, increase to employees. January 1st, it's not much because it's supposed to be the employees portion. I didn't see much of an increase there, but July 1st, so really over the year, I was looking at an increase of over 75,000 on our cost for dental or health insurance. So basically, from what we budgeted, I'm looking at increase of 7,000 between these two things.
So we're underwater on the insurance and unemployment already for what we budgeted.
Yes.
It's about, we don't have a big question. Make sure we're aware of those coming down the pipeline. And of course, with the dental and health insurance, we'll have you guys discuss what we're doing with. Right now, I'm assuming county is absorbing the increase completely. Of course, there needs to be a discussion if we're going to split it out with employees absorbing any of it or not.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we're covering what we know is going to be owed. So obviously, now the sheets on that, you guys get to take a look at those increases and stuff.
So between unemployment and health insurance increase, we're $99,000 in the hole, underwater. Yeah.
It says a rated governmental employer shall report and make benefit cost payments based upon total wages paid during each calendar quarter. Your guys' fiscal wage increase was about $1 million a quarter. So, you went up quite a bit on wage amounts.
Is there anything that requires them to get this information to us sooner? I mean, we have a deadline for budget. It would be nice if they were required to have this to us by June 1.
Yeah. But then you're dealing with the government, so I don't think.
So I think it's same employee as the HP, I don't think.
Even if they would send us an estimate, hey, we're guesstimating their costs are gonna go up this much, that would give us a little bit more,
Yeah.
flexibility when we're doing the budget to look at it, because if it did go up fine, if it didn't, or didn't go up as much, then we can, we're better off, but this $99,000 hit is not good.
We've seen what there's a lot of statutory stuff on it, so it's pretty dense. On or before November 30th of each calendar year, such determination shall become conclusive and binding unless within 15 days after the mailing of the notice thereof to the employer's last name and address. About 15 days of delivery if no address. the employer files an application for review and redetermination.
So if they mailed it on Monday the 1st, or Tuesday the 1st, and we're already past deadline, right?
Well, when is it?
7:30.
7:30, so
It's crazy, well, we'd be okay still,
And that's when that's dated as 7:30 or
but
something?
7:30 is the date on that notice.
But when was it mailed? Because he just stated that it's from the mailing date.
Does it say mailing date or date on the notice?
That's, Todd said the mailing date when he was reading through the statute
well,
there.
But they give us a date on their notice.
the mailing of the notice thereof. So that, but that, I take that as being, if you have an address and they mail it to that, it's 15 days after mailing. So presuming that, it was mailed, dated, notice date on the top here, that's in 15 days or up on 14.
Well, that's what I would hope, but like I say, if they mailed it before that date,
Well, I mean,
when they're saying mailing date, that's a, I don't know. I guess I take things literally when they say something like that when they say mailing date, it is mailing date. So if they mailed it on the 28th, or they mailed it on the 29th, or the 31st, or...
the statute says that you guys keep challenging the previous charge. If it's an employee, where they say we are, this charge is your county before, so you can't use this to reverse or claim anything on the 3 people. So really, it's the only challenge you could have is that they did the math wrong as far as, payroll numbers, probably. Those big, on the back here, they've got the wage for fiscal year 2025 is $7,125,000 plus. Wages for 24 at the same period was $5,877. And then the average for the 2 fiscal years was $6,501,000. And then benefits charged was, 2025 was $18,250. We could come up with an experience factor of 0 for that.
Well, we did have an experience factor of 1.1, is that what it was?
1.46 is the
1.46.
adjustment factor. You guys will not get a rate less than 0.10%.
That's what we have.
So it went from 0.1 to 1.46, or is that?
That's my understanding.
0.41.
Yeah, 0.41.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense, it's computation. 0 experience multiplied by 1.46 equals 0.41. Okay, maybe we've got to copy that and hand it out, because I became a lawyer because I didn't want to do math. And this is not working.
Surprise.
But I don't understand how you multiply, I always understood that you multiply something by 0, it's 0.
Zero.
Seems like a definition of work.
Don't put that in the paper, please. County Counselor doesn't know.
I have a coworker who's like, I don't want to do math. I'm like, you're the front reception person. Or direction. Ask her where east is. We all have our special talents.
I just hope I figure out mine before too long. It's kind of late today.
are you gonna come up with this? No?
What?
I said, where are you gonna come up with this?
Well, oh, no, I'm just gonna need information. That's the hard part. I'll give it to you guys.
All right.
Per person.
Thanks, Terry.
No problem.
All right, we still got the resolution there.
I do.
Everybody happy with it?
Yeah. I'd move we approve resolution 2025-18.
Second.
It's been properly moved and seconded to approve resolution number 2025-18. What's the heading on that? Resolution authorizing submissions to the qualified electors of Jackson County, Kansas, the proposition of levying a 1/4% countywide retail sales tax for rural health resources in Jackson County, Kansas. Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We have a lawn use request from the New Life Church here in Bolton, Marty DeVader. He called me and said this is not a church-related item. He is having a speaker come in to speak to the community on suicide. And I said, I have no problem with him. Since it is a community event, not a church event, I do have no problem with him using the courthouse yard. So that would be my recommendations, that we approve this. Ashley York has vetted it already. Do we need a motion on that? Okay. We have a request from the Whiting Ball Club. He had forgot to send in his request for his stipend, but I told him just get it in and we would look at it.
Yeah, for their
Yeah, for their yearly-
normal appropriation.
Yep.
I don't think see it. If it's their, for their ball association, normal.
Do we need a motion on that, or just since it's normal stipend or normal
It's their
appropriation?
normal, yeah.
Okay. There we go. And we have a letter from K-Camp to the commission, changes in cyber coverage. They are upping the limits since they've been having quite a few cyber attacks on counties and entities, so they're upping it. But I don't believe, as of right now, there's no extra cost incurred.
That's good. That's a great idea.
So, anybody need to see that? Okay. Todd, I'm gonna run through all this stuff real quick, then we'll jump into you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Kansas Development Finance Authority,
That's just
information, there's nothing we need to do for this? Okay. Talking about that was the beginning farmer program. That can be applied for, so. Well, you already know with that, we got some communication from the Boyd Rural Fire Department, their generous sponsor. Our July 3rd fireworks show just celebrated its 45th year, and your donation made that possible. This year we welcomed over 3,000 people to Boyd City Park. and much fun was had by all. Multiple local vendors attended, Hoyt Methodist Church had their homemade ice cream social, and the bounce houses were a huge hit with the kids. In addition to all the fun, we were able to raise enough funds to purchase some needed equipment. We are so grateful you chose to support Hoyt Rural Fire Department number 3. Without sponsors like you, we cannot continue this wonderful community tradition. Thank you from all of us at Hoyt Fire Department. Sincerely, Jeremy Andrews, Hoyt Rural Fire Department Chief. That's it.
That's it.
No, thank you.
Okay. All right. We have
That's another information.
information on this. Everything was good with the, okay, so City of Hoyt, with their water treatment, everything was good in it. So that's the only one that we have for this one. Okay.
City of Hoyt what?
City of Hoyt water treatment, was good. Everything's good for the next year.
Just send it past it.
Just any patch of compliance.
Well, they don't have water treatment. They buy water from Jackson One.
Existing, not for, this is for the lagoon and sewers.
Oh, for the
For
sewer
the
system.
sewers, yeah.
Thank you, I thought water treatment.
No, water treatment for the sewers.
Wastewater.
Wastewater.
treatment.
Yeah.
Big difference.
That could make a difference.
Thank you.
All right, we have some payroll changes, and all of these have been
Yes.
checked, and they're all in the budget, correct? Okay.
But thank you for asking.
I was told to ask every time, and I'm going to ask every time.
We appreciate that.
I believe it was your office that checked on the list. Are these the interns?
Yes.
All right. Once those are signed, Todd, you're up.
What she said was, paid for,
It was about 25,000. I tried to do that.
I mean, it's close to the increase, so I don't know. That's the whole rate, that's 6,000,000, 6.5, 0.0041.
What you got?
Well, I'm gonna sort this part of labor thing out a little bit, because I read the statutes passing. I mean, just as a general matter, like I said, I don't think you can challenge anything about the actual payouts that are done.
No.
And from what I'm reading here, I don't think that had an effect on this at all anyway. I think what they did was, you guys were getting lumped in with all public employers, and they paid 1.46 more, or that's that adjustment factor is based on all public employers. I'm still not getting how they got to your rate, your benefit cost rate, because I mean, the minimum's 0.10 here, but they went to 0.41, which I don't know how they got to it.
Right.
So, but I think, you know, the only reason to contest it is if you understood that the entirety of the governmental pool is improperly calculated, which we have no indication, because we can't do it for an individual issue. And we're only being charged basically what every other public entity is being charged, a percentage. So, I mean, it's just basically, my answer is there's probably no utility to challenging this, other than maybe figuring out in a larger context whether or not, how this is computed, so just so you know. Because it doesn't seem to be related to anything you guys do.
Okay. All right.
Not very satisfying.
No, it's not what I want to hear. All right.
Other thing, I remember there was a kind of an issue saying what happens, what's the deal with townships and what do they do your last time?
Correct.
And from the statutory look I took of it, the only way to dissolve or remove a township is consolidate them, which I don't think you guys did, right? County never consolidated. So the only thing I think is happening is there's extensive statutes on you guys taking up the road improvement system. So the county, called the county unit road system. Because otherwise the township roads, and you guys are kind of, yeah, county roads would move overseas. The townships would really begin to take a charge. You guys, I'm assuming at some point took that over.
I think that back in the 60s, if I understand that correctly.
Yeah,
I believe 60s is what I'm told.
And that's just saying that basically the townships don't have any road responsibilities in whole, which, you know, they don't have many other responsibilities. If you've got fire districts that are taking over fire, you take over the roads. You know, townships become very limited in what they do. So I don't know if there's anything to say that
One of the questions was though, why do we keep putting this on the ballot?
because the township still exists as an entity. Kind of like if an incorporated city had become so moribund that, you know, wouldn't have population, you'd still have to have elections.
Mhm.
What do we do we need to eliminate it off the ballot? Because people are confused, they get, like Luke Kennedy, you know, they get voted in, but they don't know what their authority is, and so it seems silly.
Yeah. Well,
It's an honorarium more than anything else.
Well,
honestly,
yeah,
right
I
now.
guess if you were to tell, I mean, is there some amount on the tax bill that goes in?
So what would happen if we dissolved them, but then we had a strip club that wants to come into Franklin Township?
Say
You
that
guys
again.
still control
Like,
it.
like if somebody wants to bring, like she said, a strip club or something into a township, there has to be a township board appointed to decide whether or not that happens. It's a weird law, but that's how it is. Like alcohol or
And I
whatever.
know Kathy had to call, I think, 2 townships, I remember.
Right. And if there's not any board members or whatever, you have to, I know they usually had to appoint some.
Wouldn't county zoning?
That's
Some-
something I don't, I mean, I don't know.
Some of it
I
has
don't
to.
think the zoning, otherwise why would bother having zoning?
So the-
You have to get the,
Yeah, on
The
the other side
township
of
has
that,
to agree to it or not.
Yeah, or if there's alcohol sales.
Right.
I wonder if that's part of your guys' red rather than the statute.
I don't
No,
know,
I think it's in statute.
more digging.
Well, but I think we're moving a little bit along here in the sense that you see the dynamic here is we got a governmental entity, and I can tell you, just in the law, that those things continue until the statute says they're done, right? And you can't end a township except by consolidating them away. right? So, you know, like, what could you do? Officially, you could probably make 2 townships by merging all in some section,
Right.
but I don't know if that helps it
Well,
or not. But
myself-
you can't remove them.
Myself, when it comes to the county taking care of all the roads or breaking it up like it was back in the 60s, so I'll say 60s because that's when I heard it was, and having each individual township take care of the roads, what you mentioned the other day to Luke about you've got a northern county who has, 10 people living in it. And they're not gonna be able to maintain their roads to the standard that we're doing right now, even though, we get complaints about we're not maintaining them right. I don't believe that that's the way that we wanna lead the county back to, is to the township system.
But more than this, probably there needs to be an explanation from public
Thank you.
about what exactly the townships do, and I think the answer is right now, it's very, very limited, but it's still something.
Can you put that together in just a brief?
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'll track, so let me make sure, because we know that roads aren't part of it. There's no fire responsibilities. I mean,
The water and sewer.
100 years ago, a township could be a water provider, but they've obviously been outmaneuvered by water
Water
districts.
districts.
Yeah, so, and I don't know that there's any other utilities, no sewer utilities in the county, no sewer districts that they do. So we're down to, there's something zoning wise they have to do as far as those kind of, not just sexually explicit districts, but alcohol.
Has to do something with alcohol.
Selling alcohol.
In the township. I'd be interested, I've never heard that before, I'd be interested in finding that out.
I know.
Like in town? Because the city would have,
No, this is out like in the township.
Like out in the
They want to
township.
come in and put in.
Outside of the
cigar,
incorporated,
alcohol.
outside of an incorporated city.
Yes.
So what the definition of that is, but I'd also like to have Kate come down. I mean, there's going to be something that is, I would assume, in our regs that talk about that within the county.
I think that'd be a good idea, get her down here and kind of pick her brain on that too.
But then the other thing is, so then that explanation to those in the county who are wanting to know, why aren't we going back to a township form of government for road use? And that explanation would be, as we've talked about, that there are some townships that are so sparsely populated, they would have to have such a high mill rate that you couldn't afford to live in those. So having a county form of government where we can disperse the money equally across the entire county,
Yep.
which I believe we do, for road and bridge, seems to be the best way to do that. Is there a balance, though, of having those township trustees maybe come together periodically, twice a year, 3 times a year, once a quarter, to have a meeting with the commissioners to discuss issues on roads within their township? Is that a possibility that we could create that kind of avenue for people to have that kind of communication?
I think that's a fair request, it can be done, I don't think there's any problem with that. I mean, it's all, basically, you have to set it up so that their meetings, their meetings and your meetings are, these are gonna be all public open meetings. So
Sure,
you gotta
right.
Coordinate that out, but yeah, that would be, or the other option is just have one trustee gather information, report to you guys.
Correct.
Individually during one of these meetings,
Yeah.
and then.
But I think empowering them to have that local conversation, like Luke was talking about, then either whoever their trustee is, come to this meeting, or have a special meeting where we sit down with all of them and we walk through these different road concerns and try to develop plans based on some of the information that they have. Because that leads into the whole you know, the chip and seal. I'd like to take a look at some of the roads and that we're planning on resealing next year. Would it be to the community's benefit to go in and grind those up and just do dust control on them versus putting probably excess of $30,000 into them, like K Road, we put over $60,000 into it. So to me, I can't answer that question because I want those folks in that township that are gonna be directly affected by that, I need their input. And so having a county trustee that could gather that information and come to that would be beneficial. That's a long way of going around, but that's an example
Another road
of
of
utilizing
input
it.
as opposed to individual people.
Absolutely.
Did
I would-
you have any write-ins on township trustee or?
Not really.
See, that's what I was just gonna say, is it's gonna be a struggle in some of these areas, I believe, to have somebody step up to do that. I'd like to see it happen,
Yeah,
but I don't know, you know, you can't
I
force
know
them
what
to
you're
do
saying,
it, but
Mark.
yeah.
I don't know that we can force these townships. I mean, obviously, we can't force them to elect a trustee, but by golly, those trustees that are elected, that do want to have a form of communication, they're
Yeah.
gonna benefit from it because they're having that communication.
Yep.
Are the townships getting tax money?
No.
No,
So because of that, they just get aced out. They don't have any revenue at all.
Well, no, see, what would happen is the county mill levy would drop drastically, and the
Yeah.
township entities would have to pick up that.
Well, I'm not that, I'm just saying, right now.
Right now, no.
Do they have any income whatsoever?
No.
they do not.
Okay. Not that, I mean, that just kind of,
It'd take a long time to build up a township,
Oh, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
you know?
I mean, you know, each one would have to have a grader, a building, you know.
Dump
employee.
truck, whatever. So,
you know, that's your answer right there, because I mean, once those things end, it's almost impossible to start them up again. You know, it's like cities and police departments, once you close down the police department in the city.
Restarting one. is hard.
Restarting one is an expensive process.
oh, yeah.
So in just when we have our election for the sales tax, will that be on that ballot or is it only every so often? How does that work through elections to get those trustees voted in?
It was on the last ballot, wasn't it?
It
I don't know
was.
how- I don't know
That's
how
how
long
Luke-
their term is.
That's how Luke got.
I guess it
Yeah.
was like only 4 years. So it's-
But is it the way they set them up is, I think there's election, the trustee and secretary and
Treasurer.
But there's no need for either one of those, a treasurer, because they don't have funds.
Well, I think those are just the terms for the positions of the legislative body. It's weird because, you know, like you guys, it would be almost like the statute says, commission, instead of being in districts, you would have one that's elected trustee, one of you trustee, one of you finance, you know, that kind of thing. So it's just a name. They should have a board.
Well, yeah, and the board would be the trustee, the secretary, and the treasurer. And the reason you would have to keep it that way is because if they wanted a meeting with the township, the secretary's gonna have to keep notes.
Sure.
Because it's an open meeting. So the board would be those three entities, and like I say, it's gonna be tough, I think, to find volunteers to serve on those boards. Look how we have trouble finding volunteers to do things right now. You know, I'm more than happy and more than willing to work with them on that and try to see what we can come up with, but I think there's gonna be a wide particular right there.
But on the ballot, the only thing that is on there is a trustee, correct? Christie?
I'm trying to find.
I believe there's a secretary and
No, there's
Treasurer,
definitely
too.
a treasurer.
there's 3 positions in each township.
Trying to think
And
what
you're
about
rotating
last year.
probably at each election, or not,
Right.
for the 4
We
years,
have 2.
Every 2 years.
every 2 years a new one. Well, I'm just saying, I think there should be, if you're talking about how the setup is, it shouldn't just be a trustee, it shouldn't be one person. There should be 3 people elected to help.
Right.
Yes.
Holding those positions, which is gonna be a pain in the butt for.
But the trustee has a responsibility of, would be the one who could come here with the information based on what they've gathered.
Yeah, this one had the trustee and the treasurer. So your next one will be the,
Trustee and secretary. Or just the secretary.
Because they're elected, correct?
3.
So if you don't have anybody in there,
Well, they serve until their successors are duly elected and qualified. Technically, so the person who holds the office unless there's another.
But unless somebody runs, they're just write-ins.
At all.
Yeah, and I understand that, I'm just saying, just so everybody understands that if there's there's nobody in that slot that comes, the vote is blank for everywhere, for that position. The person who last held it still in the position.
of course they're dead. I mean,
Yeah,
but I'm saying the practical is.
the last one that would have held it would have been in the 60s.
Yeah, the legal versus the practical is the question.
Unless somebody like Luke has been written in the different entities.
Yeah, and that's important for people written in, because technically if nobody's written in after them, they're still in
And
the
if I
slot.
remember correctly, you have to have 3,
you gotta have one more than another person.
you have to have 3 write-in. So for Luke, somebody wrote his name in 3 times. Is that correct?
Well, he just would have had to have one more than the other person.
One more than the other person, but if there was no other person, I thought that the way that it went is you had to have 3 votes,
There is
3
one.
votes,
3 write-ins before you can
Yeah,
officially
maybe.
3
take.
individuals wrote his
And I
name.
thought that was the trustee positions,
I would have to look up.
So
or the
what
township
information do we
positions.
need Todd
Yeah.
to continue to gather then?
What I have is I just need to look to see where townships have authority in the zoning and alcohol realms. And I think that's it, because the rest of it is policy. I mean, you guys are going to decide whether, what input we're going to take from whomever on a regular basis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't think that has any statutory reference at all. Because technically, you don't have to, it's just input.
Right, it's input.
It's not a vote or demand or requirement.
Right.
Okay. So, good on that for the time being?
Nice.
I think we'll need an executive attorney-client privilege, 15 minutes with clerk.
Entertain a motion for executive session.
I move to go into executive session for the purpose of attorney-client privilege, discussion for a period of 15 with the clerk, starting at 10:26. With the meeting here in this room, to reopen in this room in 15 minutes.
Second.
Been probably moved and seconded to go into executive session for attorney-client privileges for the length of 15 minutes, beginning at what time?
26, 10:26.
10:46. To reopen this room with the clerk. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. We're in executive session.
Are we looking for a gentleman that came that he was just right around the corner, but I don't know. No, it's not.
We'll have the chairman give you a signal for that, so I'll go ahead and see. Yeah, we're back in. Last meeting, there was discussion, or maybe it was a few meetings ago, or 1 meeting ago, I can't remember, about Mr. Murphy and his position on the planning commission. As requested, I researched the issue, and there is no statutory violation by Mr. Murphy. I have a memo that outlines it in full, but essentially, since D.L. Smith Electric isn't applying for any zoning change, he does not have a substantial interest in the entity with an application, so no conflict exists. And I can produce that memo to the planning commission if you approve that.
I would recommend that we approve the issuance of that memo to the planning commission public.
General consensus is probably sufficient.
I would think general consensus is good, so I would recommend that.
I agree.
Okay.
General consensus of the board is to release that to planning commission and general public.
Okay. Thank you, and that's, I think, all I had, unless you guys had something.
Yeah, I would just give direction to our clerk that once we've got that document, that that can be posted on Facebook. with
Put it
rest
on
of
the website, on our
Yeah.
site.
Facebook page.
Yep.
That way the public can have view of it.
What was your name, sir?
Sherman.
Sherman what?
Bernett.
Sherman Bernett.
Yes.
Okay, I'd entertain a motion to add Sherman Bernett to the agenda. Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to add Sherman Burnett to the agenda. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye, all opposed, same sign.
Just so you know, we just added you so you can officially be on the agenda, you can state what you said while we're moving.
Now, since this is a business meeting, we don't accept public comment, but,
Gotcha.
okay?
Sorry about
All
that.
right, no, you're good. Come on up, have a seat.
Nice to meet everybody. I'm Sherman Bernett. I'm with NextEra Energy Resources, taking the role from Angelo Piloin. He was helping with the Jeffrey Solar project here in Jackson County. I'm very new to the project, as in like a couple weeks ago, and this is my first chance to be able to come out and meet with everybody. So I have no formal presentation or no formal update, but wanted to introduce myself to everybody, as I'll be here a lot.
Okay.
I'm excited about it.
Great.
Card?
No, that's not doing it. Yeah, I don't even have that. I can write down my number, email for everyone, or I can email you guys for this.
Well, I think what probably I'd say is that you're aware that the regulations are in front of the planning commission.
Yes,
I think you're probably, me and the matter would be going there to introduce yourself and dealing with that
absolutely.
side of it. And eventually it'll come here, but until then, you're welcome obviously to any meeting. And just if you need to talk to the commission, just get on the agenda, Christie, before you get involved.
Awesome.
Check it. And with that, all right?
Yeah, awesome. Cool. Should I write my number? I apologize, I don't have a card.
You're done. I'm happy to wait till you have a card.
Okay.
No big deal.
Awesome.
You know where we are, so. come on.
Okay. Awesome. Well, great meeting you guys.
Thank
Again,
you.
sorry about the didn't go the correct
No, it's
format or
okay. No
anything.
problem.
Yes.
All right, nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you guys.
Yeah, take care.
Okay. You good with me?
I'm good with you. I don't know if you have anything else.
First time for.
We're good.
Run fast.
Oh, I know, the tax sale, hurry, go on the tax sale.
Well, the time for those last set of service items is gonna be up here, I think, Thursday. So that's like the first, I gotta check that. I think the first Thursday will be the first time I'll be able to submit the journal. So it'll be there moving forward.
They can start moving.
Yeah, because everybody at least had a chance to see it and respond to it. And I think the last few people were ones that they knew about it, but they were
Right.
being cagey. And not being easily contacted. So
Okay.
we'll finalize that when we get through. And if the judge signs it, it'll be even better.
out and back out last week, it was really hot. and Didn't even roll.
I don't know.
Have a good week, folks. See you.
We'll see you later. Thanks, Todd.
Okay, I figured that's what we were doing. Is, okay, come down.
She's not on the agenda, do you need her?
We were gonna talk to her about the alcohol thing and the zoning and how that works with the trustees.
Scott said it would cost, what it cost us to grind up a mile and a half of road, what it would do.
To grind it, I don't
I don't know
remember
what that
that.
was.
Everybody read their minutes? Any corrections?
Just what it made.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of August 4th, 2025 with corrections.
So, second.
Okay, it's been properly moved and seconded to approve the minutes of August 4th, 2025 with corrections. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Everyone wants to answer the phones first. Phone call just didn't go through.
Just didn't want to talk.
That's possible too. One second. Yes, ma'am. Gotcha. Okay. No, I'm just calling her mom. I just figured she. Thank you. Why just figure her line would go with my voice? Okay.
Did you read that, Keith?
What's that?
The resolution for the bridges, the first you just sent? this morning?
I haven't read.
You need to read it, I'll see where it says that they accept it anyway. I don't read it that way.
Okay.
Ew. They wanted to talk about, if they didn't have township boards, how we handle, if they were to set up a street level of alcohol, that quality or not, you know. I don't, just use it as an example. 'Cause right now I have to call like the townships. There's someone that comes out and I have to get them to. So they're talking about the township, so we're just going to do that policy.
So is there an agreement somewhere? Is that what he says, Bob?
Thank you.
Is signing of a memorandum of agreement?
I don't know. All we we got was a resolution, so if there is a memorandum of understanding or agreement, where is that?
That's what we need to see. To be sure it's signed.
Well, I thought that's what he said it was.
It's not attached to that,
What's that?
it's not attached to the.
No.
Or should be. There was one with the.
You made copies of all this stuff. You made copies of all this.
Turns out.
Hi, Keith.
Hi.
You didn't think you were getting away that free, did you?
Huh?
You didn't think you were getting away today that free, did you?
No, no.
All right, so what we were talking about, last week, it was brought up about township boards and taking over certain aspects and things like that, which I don't think that they understand that really it's gonna be not cost prohibitive for them to do that. But then, in the discussion today, apparently, if somebody comes in and wants to just put in a beer joint outside of town here, Liberty Township, then the township board has to approve that before it goes to zoning and planning? Is that the way that we're understanding that?
You ever heard that?
No. They'd have to go get a zoning change for a bar or whatever.
Right.
Okay,
So
well,
I guess I don't understand.
I just know when Kathy used to, I haven't had to do it yet, but when Kathy would do it, like, I'm just gonna use a strip club, because that was one of them I can remember. They wanted that to come in, and she had to call the township boards, and they had to say yay and nay.
before
For
it
a
goes to
liquor
zoning and
license
planning.
or something?
I'll have to look for it.
What's that?
Is it about liquor license or something?
I don't know. That's what we're
Yeah,
gonna
it
pick
had
your
to do
brain.
with- It had to do with liquor
And
license.
you've seen the statute on this, or where
No,
are we?
but I just know when I was down there,
Yeah,
she had to do it a couple times, and it involved alcohol.
but if you don't have township boards,
She had to think of, she looked through the electors or whatever, and found people and asked them if they would serve on it for that purpose, and they got appointed.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna pick your brain.
She's only had to do it a couple of times. but
Yeah,
she
it's
did
only
it
been a
once when
couple
I was-
times.
I'll have to do some research on it.
With our zoning, I would think,
Would cover that.
would trump whatever.
As far as signing off on a liquor license though, I don't know anything.
We sign off on
You
liquor
sign
license.
off.
Right, but I think that's what those boards had to say. Yay and nay.
Look at them, yeah. I know there's something, I'm sure it's statute.
So we've never, like I said, we never heard this before, and we want to pick your brain and see what you do.
You had never heard of it?
No, liquor license, but I don't know the ins and outs of it, so. That's all I know, sorry, which is not.
No, that's good. We're just trying to get our ducks in a row for this, because, like I said, people were questioning why we were even putting it on the ballot, which by statute we have to have it on the ballot for the township trustee, secretary, treasurer, so on and so forth.
So is that what we have now, or?
Yes.
We
And
have,
nobody ever runs for these positions, they just get written in.
but they have no authority because they have no budget. They have no authority because we're not a township form of government anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what we're trying to figure out. If we're not a township form of government, why we were having to get people to approve a liquor joint, a beer joint going somewhere. We didn't quite understand that myself.
Yeah, I think that would be covered in the zoning change with the neighbors in the area
Yeah.
So you have to notify people.
within 1,000 feet. And I don't know, do those boards ever have to notify neighbors in the area?
Yeah, I don't know that there's a full board out there, is there?
No.
Yeah, there's not a full board out there. They're saying Kathy had to appoint people or call people and ask if they would serve on the board, but I'm assuming that the commissioners had to appoint them to these positions.
So I think at this point, first thing we need to do is get the resolution or the statute that says that that's a requirement? I want
Yeah.
to see that first.
Yes.
Or was Kathy just thinking she needed to do that? Or
I don't know.
is there an actual statute out there that requires that?
So I'll say, that's what we want to pick your brain, see what you do.
Yeah, sorry.
You're in the same boat as the rest of us, then.
Get some information for me upstairs?
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Okay, I'll just come up when we're done,
Okay.
because I'm gonna need probably some copies of it,
Okay.
if we can do
How
that.
many?
One for me and then two more, so 3.
I have them ready for you.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Kate, appreciate it.
Yep.
So what we're, based on this resolution, the 2004, and we don't even know what it is, dash, whatever.
The memorandum of understanding is what we're missing, trying to see what
Right,
it
but
is.
we don't even have a resolution number. It's 2004 dash 128.
17 is.
17,
Yeah, it's on.
2004-17.
Is yours different than mine?
Oh, yeah, mine shows 17.
Mine shows 17.
Yours didn't come through the same as theirs?
Uh,
It's the same attachment, how weird.
Yeah, so I agree, Mark. The memorandum of understanding, which would have either had to been signed by tribal council or.
Yeah, that's what he
your
said. He
mediator.
said it was signed, but until we could actually see that they signed it and took in ownership of the one bridge and we took ownership of the other one. This doesn't tell me anything.
It's just a
Scott said that it was signed,
The memorandum of
Yes.
understanding.
yes. But now we need to see that because I don't. Until we
And
see
it
that.
includes the 9.5 miles west of Banana.
I don't know which one they took. I would assume that that was the one that they took, was 9.5 miles west, and we took the one that's 2 miles south.
There would have to be a memorandum of understanding for all of this.
Yes, yes. So, let me text him to see if he
Or
has.
do you think he thought just because the resolution was signed?
I don't know.
Let's see. So that's why I was a little puzzled when I was reading through here and didn't see anything that said they accepted one bridge and we accepted the other, like Scott had said. So I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Is that 2004?
Yeah.
Yes. 2004-17.
Well, I said no, I got it.
All right, I'll text him and see if he answers back. See that. And I'm looking up some of the stuff that I stole my thoughts on.
Yeah.
Okay, can you pull out resolution number 2004, resolution 16, it says there's a memorandum of understanding.
Yeah, because she was the one. The one when she made me think I was crazy. She said, no, we had that.
I don't want to be the only one. It says that they're approving the memorandum of agreement and a resolution, but I don't find an agreement. So you think the agreement's probably not with that. Effective agreements. Yeah, what do you think I looked at? It's what Scott brought in today, so you probably understand, right? So it's going to be bridge replacement, 150 each floor. Perfect, that's what I needed. Thank you. Bye. I got it for you.
Well,
Little research scientist upstairs, and she has all this memorized.
So it's one. That's good.
On Bridge Road? Well, from what I can see on paragraph 12, last paragraph in there, there's only one bridge that's mentioned. That we're gonna take full responsibility authority for that one bridge, 255. 256 is not mentioned in there anywhere that the tribe is gonna take.
Yeah, I would agree.
That's one of those in this document that's floating out there in Never Land, so I don't know if that's one of them that is being questioned as to who has authority over that. I don't know. But like I say, 256 is in no way, shape, or form mentioned in here as they are taking it and they're responsible for it. So, I don't know. We're gonna have to get that clarified too.
But 255 for sure.
255 for sure is ours. The 256 is out there floating in Never Land.
It says on the front page that they want to do Dutch Creek.
Okay, say that again.
Bridge number 255.
Yes. That's the one that we took over. That's half mile south of the reservation boundary on K Road. But the other one, 256, that was also done, that's one that I believe Scott said was, they took over. Well, it says nowhere in this agreement that they took it over. So I said, that's what I'm saying, is that one of those that's floating around in Never Land? That nobody knows who's supposed to be having it on their inventory or anything else? I don't know. That's my question.
Yeah, 255 is outside the bounds.
Yep.
So we just need to take over responsibility for inspecting it.
Yes. But 256 is the one that's in question for me. Who does that? Scott had indicated, they said in here that they would take it over. Well, I don't see that. Unless I'm reading it wrong, somebody else sees it. I don't see that at all.
Okay, so at the top, you're saying located at Crow Creek, 9.5 miles west of Mayetta.
Mm-hmm.
That's where Bridge 256 is.
Yes.
But you're saying in this memorandum, it doesn't talk about the replacement and that they'll,
No, it talks about the replacement. That's what this whole thing's dealing with, is
Yeah.
the replacement of 255 and 256.
right,
But paragraph 12 specifically says that the county will accept 255 and provide maintenance and care for the bridge. So I'm assuming that is on our inventory list.
correct, and 256 would not be.
Who says it? It does not say that in this memorandum. That's what I'm saying. Scott said that the tribe had accepted the one and we accepted the other. Nowhere in here does it say the tribe accepted that bridge for the maintenance of it. The only thing it specifically states is 255 in paragraph 12. So, that's where I'm. So is that one of them that is out there in Never Land that has not been inspected, it's not on anybody's inventory list?
Could be.
That's what we need to find out. From our end of it anyway.
I don't know what you find, I don't.
Well, it should be, if it's on our inventory list, if 256 is on our inventory list, then apparently we still have it.
Right, and did Scott say?
He said 256 the tribe had accepted, but nowhere in this memorandum of understanding does it say the tribe
Right, and so
accepted.
Scott
256.
doesn't have it on a list somewhere.
I don't know. That's what we gotta find out. Yeah, it's been another convoluted. Yeah.
I mean, can you just call him and find out?
Get him.
Say, is this bridge on our inventory list? Have we been, and even if it isn't on our inventory list, we're still responsible for maintaining it
Yeah,
and inspecting it.
sure. Hey, buddy, I got you on speaker here in the meeting. I have a question. Okay, we got the memorandum of understanding that we have in front of us. We got 2014 or 2004-17 resolution. Okay, I don't see anywhere in here where it says that the tribe accepted bridge number 256, the one that was over Crow Creek, 9.5 miles west of Mayette. It specifically spells out that we took over 255 over Dutch Creek. So I'm going to assume that that is on our inventory, 255 is, but what about 256? Is that on our inventory also?
Let me see where that's not funny.
Yeah, it is, 'cause I gotta wear mine all the time.
Hey, this still isn't done yet. Can you send the posters to the purchase order now, please? Thanks.
music.
Right now.
Sorry.
No, you're good. All right, like I say, I can't find it in there, I didn't see anything about 256. So my big question is, so is that on our inventory list? I'm guessing 255 is, but I don't know about 256. Okay, 256 is not, okay.
Correct.
All right,
That's right there with, you know, those ones, all of them are on, 158.
okay,
Talked about the other day.
Yeah. okay. Well, do some digging, see if you can find that, because like I said, I couldn't see it in this MOU.
Okay.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right.
Bye-bye. Well, does anybody have anything else to say? Don't talk about, don't need? I don't think I do. Nothing? Anything? Christie? I entertain a motion to adjourn then.
So moved.
It's properly moved and seconded, we adjourn this meeting. Now, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign, motion carried. See you next week. Yeah, that'd be great. Kate, is it big enough that Kate has a copy up there?
Okay.